Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into some of the best strategies to help you study smarter, not harder. Because let's be real, who actually enjoys spending hours on end with their nose stuck in a textbook feeling like they're getting nowhere? We've all been there, right? Staring blankly at pages, highlighting everything, yet remembering nothing. It's frustrating and honestly a complete waste of time. That's why I'm excited to share these evidence-based techniques that have genuinely transformed my own study habits and helped me learn more effectively. These tips are all about working smarter, not harder, so you can maximize your study time and actually enjoy the process. Let's jump in. Before you even crack open a book or fire up those flashcards, we need to talk about goal setting. It might seem like a small step, but trust me, it makes a world of difference. Think about it. If you're just aimlessly wandering around a city with no destination in mind, you'll probably end up lost and frustrated, right? Studying without a clear goal is kind of like that. So how do you set effective study goals? Start by asking yourself, what exactly do I want to achieve in this study session? Do you want to be able to explain a specific concept, memorize a list of dates, or solve a particular type of problem? Be specific and make it measurable. Instead of saying, I want to study biology, a better goal would be, I want to be able to explain the process of photosynthesis and answer the practice questions in Chapter 3. See the difference? Having that clear target in mind will keep you focused and motivated throughout your study session. And when you actually achieve that goal, boom, instant sense of accomplishment and a nice little dopamine hit to keep you going. Okay, let's talk about active recall. This is hands down one of the most effective study techniques out there, and yet so many students overlook it. Here's the thing. Passively reading your notes or highlighting everything in sight might feel like you're studying, but it's actually a very inefficient way to learn. It's like trying to build muscle by just looking at weights. You're not actually engaging with the material. Active recall, on the other hand, is all about actively testing yourself on the information. Instead of just rereading your notes, cover them up and try to recall the key points from memory. You can do this by using flashcards, writing out practice questions, or even just explaining the concepts to yourself out loud. The act of retrieving information from your brain actually strengthens the neural pathways associated with that information, making it stick much better in the long run. Think of it like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. So, ditch the passive highlighting and embrace the power of active recall. Your brain will thank you for it. Ever cram for an exam the night before, feel like you've memorized everything, only to forget it all the next day? You're not alone. Our brains are actually wired to forget information we don't use regularly. It's called the forgetting curve, and it's a real pain. But don't worry, there's a way to combat this spaced repetition. This technique is all about reviewing information at increasing intervals, tricking your brain into thinking it needs to hold on to that information for the long haul. So how does it work? Let's say you learned a new concept today. Instead of waiting a week to review it, and likely forgetting most of it, try reviewing it again tomorrow, then a few days later, then a week later, and so on. Each time you revisit the material, you're strengthening those neural pathways and making it less likely to fade away. There are even some great apps out there, like Anki, that can help you schedule these spaced repetition sessions automatically. It takes a bit more effort up front, but trust me, your future self will thank you for it come exam time. Have you ever noticed how explaining something to someone else helps you understand it better yourself? That's the power of teaching in action, and it's the core principle behind the Feynman technique, a fantastic study method named after the renowned physicist Richard Feynman. Here's the gist. Imagine you have to teach the material you're learning to someone who knows nothing about it. How would you explain it in a clear, concise, and engaging way? Actually, go through the process of explaining it out loud as if you were teaching it to a real person. You can even grab a friend, family member, or even your pet. They're usually a captive audience. As you teach, you'll quickly identify any gaps in your own understanding. If you find yourself stumbling over a concept or struggling to explain it clearly, that's a clear sign that you need to revisit that material. The beauty of the Feynman technique is that it forces you to engage with the information on a deeper level, moving beyond rote memorization to true understanding. Plus, it's a lot more fun than just passively rereading notes, right? I know, you're in the zone, you're on a roll, and the last thing you want to do is take a break. But trust me on this one. Incorporating regular breaks into your study sessions is crucial for maintaining focus and actually absorbing information. Think about it, your brain is like a muscle. If you overwork it without any rest, it's going to get fatigued and perform poorly. The same goes for studying. Trying to power through hours of studying without any breaks is a recipe for burnout and diminishing returns. You'll find yourself rereading the same paragraph over and over again, your mind wandering and your productivity plummeting. So, what's the magic formula? A good rule of thumb is to aim for a 5 to 10 minute break every hour. Step away from your desk. Stretch your legs, grab a drink, or do something completely unrelated to studying. This gives your brain a chance to rest and recharge so you can come back to your studies feeling refreshed and ready to tackle the next challenge. Remember, studying smarter is a marathon, not a sprint, and pacing yourself is key. So there you have it. 5 powerful strategies to help you study smarter, not harder. Remember, it's not about the number of hours you put in, but the quality of your study sessions that truly makes a difference. By incorporating these techniques into your study routine, you can maximize your learning potential, make studying more enjoyable, and ultimately achieve your academic goals. Thanks for watching. If you found these tips helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more content on productivity and learning. See you in the next video.